Let's be honest, we all have to deal with difficult people. It's just a part of life. But what if you had a better way to handle it? Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful strategy based on cognitive behavioral therapy that can totally change the game in those tricky situations. So, let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? Someone says something, does something that just feels unfair. And then for hours, maybe even days, you're just stuck. It's like a movie playing on a loop in your head. You keep thinking of all the smart, perfect things you wish you'd said in the moment. It's exhausting, it's frustrating, and you just feel trapped. So, the first thing to get is that this isn't some weird flaw in your character. It's actually your brain doing what it's designed to do. When we feel wronged, our brain's problem-solving mode just kicks into high gear. It's trying to figure out what happened and how to protect you. It's a totally normal human thing. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and see why this spiral happens. Because once you understand the why behind getting stuck, you're already halfway to breaking free. So at the very core of this whole thing is a mental shortcut called emotional reasoning. Think of it as our brain's default setting. It goes like this: I feel angry or I feel disrespected, therefore it must be a fact that I've been wronged and I need to fight back. It basically takes our emotions and treats them like hard evidence, pushing us toward a reaction that, well, it usually just makes things worse. And that's the real danger of letting that emotional reasoning run the show. When you don't have a plan, you're just reacting. You're winging it. You might let them have it in the heat of the moment, say things you can't take back, and then regret it later. It's not strategic, and it's definitely not the elegant way to get what you want. But here's the really good news. You don't have to be a slave to those gut reactions. You can make a conscious choice to pivot. And this is all about how you can deliberately shift your entire mindset to take back control of the situation. This right here is the absolute heart of CBT, and it's so incredibly powerful. It all begins with your thoughts. If you can intentionally change how you think about something, you can change how you feel about it, and that, in turn, changes how you act. This is where you find your power, and here it is. This is the single biggest, most powerful reframe you can possibly make. You have to tell yourself, this is not a confrontation I need to win. It is simply a problem that needs to be solved. The second you make that switch, the emotion drains out, you stop seeing an opponent and start seeing a puzzle. Your focus shifts completely to finding the best possible outcome. So we've got the new mindset, but how do we actually put it into practice? Well, this is your toolkit. This is how you design a response that's calm, assertive, and actually works. This is where you build your game plan. The whole point here is to go from a hot, emotional reaction to a cool, planned-out response. By actually writing your thoughts down, you force yourself to focus on the facts. You can then literally picture yourself handling it perfectly, calm, cool, collected. You're building a strategy for a discussion, not preparing for a battle. Now, while you're making your plan, it's just as critical to know what not to do. And the number one mistake? Aggressive labeling. The moment you say, you are a horrible person, or you are a psycho, you're not talking about their behavior anymore. You're attacking who they are as a person. And what happens? They throw up a defensive wall, and any chance of a real conversation is gone. You have to separate the person from the problem. You know, that desire to get revenge, to hurt them back, it feels so powerful, but it's a trap. There's an old saying that just nails it. Seeking revenge is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. In the end, the only one you're really hurting is yourself. The goal isn't to get even. It's to create a response that you can actually be proud of later. Okay, so all this talk about a planned, healthy approach is great. But what does it actually sound like in the real world? Let's walk through some super clear examples so you can see the payoff for yourself. Just look at the difference here. The unhealthy response, it's all accusation. It's a personal attack, and it goes nowhere. But the healthy response? It's calm. It's factual. It's assertive. You're just clarifying the facts. It sets the record straight without burning the whole office down. It's professional, and man, is it effective. Here's another classic. The first reaction is to just label your friend, you're rude, and that just starts a fight. But check out the healthy response. It does something brilliant. It starts by validating them. I value your input, and then it calmly sets the boundary. It's respectful, but it's also crystal clear. It works like a charm. This one is so key, especially in our closest relationships. The unhealthy way is to jump to the worst conclusion. You don't care about me, and attack their character. The healthy way uses I statements. I felt hurt. It's not an accusation. It's just you sharing your feeling. And then it opens the door to a solution. can we talk about? It turns a fight into a team huddle. So you start to see the DNA of a great response, right? They're all calm, they're all respectful, and emotionally smart. But the big thing, the most important thing, is that they shift the entire focus away from laying blame and toward finding a solution. That is the winning formula, right there. And this, really, is the ultimate point. Yes, this approach will get you better results with other people, for sure. But the real prize? It's internal. It's for you. It's that incredible feeling of being in control of your own emotions. It's the peace of mind you get from knowing you handled a tough situation with class, and the hit of self-esteem that comes from acting in a way that makes you genuinely proud of yourself. So the next time you find yourself in one of those difficult spots, just remember that you have a choice. You can have an automatic, emotional reaction, or you can design an intentional, thoughtful response. You have the power to create an outcome you can stand by. So the only question left is, what kind of response are you going to choose to be proud of?